They told us the war was over. They signed papers on a polished wooden table, thousands of miles away from the mud. But looking in the mirror this morning, I don't see a man who came home. I see a man who was left behind. And I see a stranger staring back at me, wearing my face, wearing my clothes, living in my house. The silence of this house is heavy. It is not peaceful. It is waiting. The refrigerator hums. The floorboard creaks. In the jungle, silence meant the enemy was holding their breath. Here, silence just means everyone is asleep. Everyone except me. I walk through the hallway at 3 a.m. My hand traces the wall. The paint is cool. The photos are straight. Everything is exactly where I left it years ago. But the coordinates have shifted. The geometry of my life doesn't fit anymore. I sit in my favorite chair. The leather feels warm. But my muscles are coiled tight, ready to spring. My ears are tuning out the clock, listening for the snap of a twig, the whistle of mortar. You can take the soldier out of the perimeter, but you cannot take the perimeter out of the soldier. For us, the watch never ends. Daylight is harder than the darkness. The darkness hides things. The sunlight exposes everything. I go to the grocery store. The aisles are bright, too bright. People are arguing about the price of cereal. They are worried about the weather. They move so carelessly. They don't check the exits. They don't watch the hands of the people walking toward them. They live in a world of soft edges. I live in a world of sharp angles. I want to shake them. I want to scream. Do you know how fragile this is? Do you know how quickly this can all burn? But I say nothing. I push the cart. I pay for the bread. I see a young couple laughing. And for a split second, I hate them. Not because they are happy, but because they are innocent. And I grieve for the boy I used to be. The boy who could laugh like that. Before I knew what burning diesel smells like, mixed with rain. Before I knew the weight of a body bag. Civilian life feels like a museum. Everything is behind glass. I can see it. I can touch it, but I cannot feel it. I am walking through their world like a ghost that breathes, a ghost that remembers.
It's louder here than Kandahar. At least there the danger made sense.
Too many exits. Too exposed. Where are they? I know they're here. They look so clean, but the rot is everywhere.
Hi there. Did you find
Memory
everything you needed
is
today?
not a videotape. You can't rewind it. You can't pause it. It is a smell. Sometimes I'm sitting at the dinner table and suddenly I smell wet earth. I smell copper, and instantly I am back there. The transition is violent. One moment I am holding a fork. The next I am holding a rifle. The carpet becomes mud. The ceiling fan becomes the rotor of a medevac chopper. My heart hammers against my ribs like a trapped bird. My wife asks me, "Are you okay?" Her voice sounds like it's coming from underwater. How do I answer that? Do I tell her that I just saw my best friend die again? Do I tell her that the steak on my plate looks like flesh? No. I blink. I swallow. I force the ghost back into the box. "I'm fine," I say, just tired. The greatest lie soldiers ever tell. We are masters of camouflage. We don't paint our faces anymore. We paint our emotions. We wear a mask of stability because the truth is too heavy for anyone else to carry. I have a box in the attic. It contains a few medals, some letters, a folded flag. I haven't opened it in 10 years. But I know exactly what's inside, and I know who isn't inside. Why am I here? Why do I get to grow old? Why do I get to see my grandchildren play in the yard? Better men than me died in that dirt. Men with brighter futures. Men with softer hearts. They died screaming. They died silently. And I just kept walking. Survivor's guilt is a quiet roommate. It sits with you when you drink your coffee. It whispers when you hear a happy song. It asks the question that has no answer. Did you do enough? Could you have been faster? Could you have saved one more? I look at my hands. These hands are old now. The skin is thin, but they remember the weight. They remember the drag. Sometimes I feel like I'm living on borrowed time that belongs to them. So I try to live it well, but it is hard to enjoy a stolen gift. The years go by. The nightmares happen less often, but they never truly go away. They just change. They become quieter, like an old radio playing in the next room. I am an old man now. The world has moved on. There are new wars, new soldiers, new veterans. The cycle continues. I sit on my porch and watch the sun go down. The colors remind me of the flares, but they are beautiful now. I have learned to make a peace with the ghosts. We have an agreement, the ghosts and I. They let me live my day. I give them my night. I look at my wife. She has stayed. God bless the women who wait. God bless the women who welcome the strangers home. She knows. She doesn't ask. She just holds my hand when the trembling starts. That is a bravery all its own. The war never ended. It simply changed location. It moved from the battlefield to the geography of my soul. And here, in the quiet, in the twilight, I am still standing guard. I'm still on watch until the final bugle calls me home. And maybe then I will finally rest.
So much time has passed. So much has changed. The sun goes down whether you're ready or not. But the watch never ends.